What's up, guys? Bang, bang. It is lunch money time. While Wall Street's trying to get rich, the rest of us just trying to get our lunch money right. I'm here with Polina. She's awesome. Everybody knows that already. Don't forget that Lunch Money is now sponsored by BlockFi. BlockFi has 3 products. You can buy and sell crypto on their crypto exchange. You can deposit crypto and earn up to 8.6% APY in an interest-bearing account. Or you can deposit crypto and take out a US dollar loan against your crypto collateral. I'm an investor in the business. I sit on the board. I'm a happy customer. And you will be too if you sign up for an account at blockfi.com/pomp. blockfi.com/pomp. Go do it. What's up?
Not too much. You know, I was yesterday I looked at an old Lunch Money episode and I was like so nervous to talk and stuff like that. And now I'm like, bring it on.
What does this have to do with the news?
Oh, I don't know. Just saying. Talking to my friends. Okay.
Because you don't have anyone's in real life. Too easy. Go ahead. If you throw me a softball, I'm gonna hit a home run. Go ahead.
Who's your best friend?
The dog.
I knew it. Okay, we don't have a dog. He has a dog. The U.S. just added 245,000 jobs in November, but that's not good news. That means it hit a wall because it was 224,000 fewer than economists had expected.
AKA 50% less than they had expected. I love how everyone wants to use numbers. Like, we're not just going to say what it is. It's 50% less than what they expected.
Yeah, that's not good for the growth of the economy and the jobs and the recovery. So hiring in the U.S. is now so slow, it could take another 40 months for the job market to fully recover from the pandemic. You know what's going to happen in 40 months? Who knows what's going to happen in 40 months?
No,
I can't speak
it's not going to
today.
take 40 months. It's going to take, that's what they're claiming. It's going to take way longer than that.
Oh, gosh.
Short term, because we have idiots running our cities who literally just keep shutting everything down. Remember, the mayor of LA banned walking outside. That's how stupid people are. You can't walk outside. No, here's a great idea. Open up the businesses, and if you're old or you have pre-existing conditions, stay inside. That's the answer. Everyone else, it's 99.9% likely that you'll be okay. Let the young people go out. Let the people without pre-existing go out, live their lives, get the economy running. We don't have to have this black and white world where either we shut everything down or we open everything up. We actually can have nuance in the world. It's an amazing idea. But we can have a world where the healthy people and the young people go out and live their life and create and produce and do the things that they're supposed to be doing to make a living.
What are you going to produce outside?
But if you're old or you have pre-existing conditions or you're just scared, even if you're fine and you're just scared, stay inside. We can create programs. We can help you. We can protect you. But it doesn't need to be 330 million Americans all have to do the same thing. That's not how a world works. It's not how an economy works.
Although I will say after this, there is going to be a lot of internet businesses started.
Of course, there's been a 40% increase in company creation being filed for new companies. Why? It's because people need to make a living. You literally you're preventing people from making a living. And it's unconstitutional, and courts are starting to decide that. That's all. Go ahead. I'm pretty chill today.
People get upset when you don't wear your black t-shirt. Ooh, he gonna take it off.
Don't worry.
Take it off. Okay.
That's for you people.
Those are my friends. Everlywell, the at-home medical testing company founded by Julia Cheek, sorry, I just really like her, is one of the few companies that has experienced growth during the COVID pandemic. On Thursday, Everlywell announced another triumph, a $175 million Series D round, which brings the company's total capital to more than $250 million, and it gives it a valuation of $1.3 billion. Unicorn Club. Okay, tell the people.
I'm a huge fan, obviously. We invested very early, and this has grown incredibly fast, and it's all because of Julia.
Julia is a savage. Can we just reflect on that for a second?
Facts.
She's one of the best, if not the best CEOs out there.
Yeah, she's probably one of the best founders I've ever invested in.
Founders and CEOs, right?
Well, usually the founder, yeah.
Well, not always.
True.
Okay.
Next. go to everlywell.com and go get your at-home diagnostic test.
Yeah, you can do food sensitivity. I think they have STD testing. I think they have, I don't know, but they have.
We have a
food
clean audience. We have a clean audience.
All right. So the world has been inching toward fully autonomous, not anonymous, fully autonomous cars for years. In China, one company just got even closer to making it a reality. On Thursday, AutoX, an Alibaba-backed startup, announced it had rolled out fully driverless robotaxis on public roads in Shenzhen.
How many of them?
25.
So yes, they have cars on the street, but there's 25 of them out of
that's a
the
lot.
hundreds of thousands or millions that are driving every day.
Oh my God.
Again,
Look at it.
Look, you have to start somewhere. I hear you. We know this is going to happen. It's just a matter of who gets there first and how long it takes. But what I think is even more interesting than just, is there going to be autonomous cars or not? That's absolutely going to happen, right? It's how do cities change? Like imagine if all of a sudden cities start to retrofit themselves with sensors on the sides of the roads to help the cars, right? So basically the more information you give the car, the more accurate it is.
Or like the crosswalk, like when somebody's walking, there's like sensors.
Or what happens if all of a sudden we now don't need 5 lanes of traffic or 4 lanes of traffic because the cars are actually smarter than the humans and don't drive like idiots, and therefore we only need 2 lanes of traffic and we can make the sideways much longer. The sidewalks much wider. And then we can do things like
sideways much longer. I see what your brain did there. It was funny. It was funny.
Didn't work.
Go on.
And then we can make the cities more walkable, right? Encourage more physical activity outside. Like there's all kinds of things that can start to change when the cars drive themselves, and you remove a lot of the erratic behavior, and also things like if you've ever studied how traffic happens. It's fascinating because what basically occurs is it's like a wave pattern. So even though yes, there's an accident sometimes and it blocks the road. Okay, that's one thing. But usually what will happen is something happens, it's on the side of the road, and some group of people will slow down to look, and then they speed back up. But when they slow down, then a group behind them has to slow down, and then the group behind them, and people kind of move in these units in traffic. And so when you just stop doing that and you say, hey, the car's going to keep a constant speed regardless, you actually remove a bunch of traffic as well.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So you know how all these driverless cars, when there's videos of them, you see the car, there's no driver, but the wheels turning? If it's a computer doing it, why do they got to make the wheel turn? Just embed it in the technology and have it go.
So, Polina, the way that a car is built...
I know that, but you don't need
the steering wheel actually is connected.
No, if I was to build an autonomous car, there would be no steering wheel because obviously there's not a human there. So I would just embed it in the
but all of these
computer vision and it will know.
So what you're talking about is going to be the 3rd, 4th, 5th iteration of this?
Because I'm so in the future. I live in the future.
No, because what they're doing is they're retrofitting cars with autonomy.
So why don't they just build a new car? Why do they retrofit old cars?
Because it's really expensive to do that, and it's really difficult to do it. So the shortest path is to simply put all the LiDAR sensors and everything on an existing car, and then just turn the wheel.
You know what I have to say to that?
What?
We can just bring more money.
Next.
It's not that expensive. Okay. You like that?
Like that? We're not going to turn this into every time there's an expense.
We should do this show live. Okay. More than 400 lawmakers from 34 different countries have signed a letter to Amazon.com boss Jeff Bezos backing a campaign that claims the tech giant has dodged and dismissed debts to workers, societies, and the planet. They want them to pay. The Make Amazon Pay campaign was launched on November 27th on Black Friday by a coalition of over 50 organizations with demands including improvements to working conditions and full tax transparency.
You know what this was?
What?
This was an intelligence test, and if you signed it, you're an idiot. That's what this was.
I don't know if that's what that
was. No, that's what this was. Just so we're clear, Jeff Bezos has created more millionaires than probably almost any other company in history.
We looked this up one time. How many?
I forget the number.
Over 100?
Right, that's first. Second of all, during the pandemic, Jeff Bezos hired over 100,000 people. He was creating jobs during the pandemic when everyone else was firing their employees, and forcing them onto the state in terms of unemployment benefits, etc. Jeff Bezos was creating jobs. He pressed the gas. And so you can have a lot of things to complain about in terms of Jeff Bezos is rich, but Jeff Bezos has created a lot of value in the world. He's actually made a lot of other people really, really rich. He's given a lot of people jobs. I think they employ almost 1 million people at this point. And here's the craziest part. Everyone yells and screams and says, he paid no taxes. Well, dummies, the way that taxes work is that you pay taxes on profits. And the reason why he pays so little tax is because for years he took all the money and he reinvested it, which meant more jobs, more innovation, more value created. And so yes, he didn't pay taxes because he didn't make any money. He literally reinvested the money so that he could continue to grow it. And I get that people, some reason it's become cool to hate capitalism, but there's no better system. And
practically speaking, there is no
better system.
Okay.
And if you think that there's a better system, then go move to those systems. But the United States is the most prosperous, safe country in the world. It is literally, there's no better time in history to be alive.
Yeah. Okay, I have a good documentary for you guys for this weekend. It's called The Donut King. It's good.
Donut is spelled D-O-N-U-T. Sometimes I'd spell it a different way.
Oh, you're British? D-O-U-G-H-N-U-T?
Oh, is that how the British do it?
Yeah.
The donut.
Guys.
The donut.
He has a weird, Harvard accent sometimes.
I'm a Harvard man.
See, that's not I don't even know what kind
I
of
like to drink martinis
it's
in my smoker's jacket.
It's like a Jamaican-British combo.
I'm a Harvard man.
So, NASA.
No, I'm not.
NASA
Yep.
will pay an amazingly low price, $1, to have a company make a single small collection of moon dirt on the agency's behalf. There's a startup called Lunar Outpost, bid $1 and won a NASA contract to complete a mission under the agency's low-cost lunar resource collection program announced earlier this year. They want somebody to go collect samples from the moon. So I read this story and I was like, wow, that's so interesting. And then I read another story from today that said China's spacecraft is returning to Earth with moon samples in a first for the country. Can't the China people just give it to the NASA people?
Why would they do that?
For $1?
No, why?
I don't know. Because we're all working together. We all humans. We all the same species, same race of
You ever heard of
people.
the space race?
Yeah.
Countries are very interesting. They all like to be friends, but they carry a knife in their back pocket in case they need to stab each other in the back.
People are so dumb. We're all humans. Imagine the aliens came in and attacked. Or would we be like, I'm not giving you my moon samples because you're a different country? And I don't think so. We'd all band together against the aliens. Although you'd make alien friends.
Oh, they'd be my friend. What up? What up?
Okay.
Squiggly green boy.
One time he named him Steve, which was a weird name.
Steve the alien. I go grab a beer with him. All right, next.
All right. It's lunch money time. All right. Hold on a second. Wait, is day 12-4? Wow, I have a lot of them. Question to you both from Vish. I like your newsletters. Do you guys keep track of any user engagement metrics for your newsletters? And how did you scale up your subscriptions? We both use Substack. Substack has great metrics. They're okay.
Some people look at the metrics more than others.
Yeah, I look at them so much I actually plugged my site into Google Analytics, so I look at those metrics for engagement, opens, what people are reading, all that kind of stuff. The one thing that's interesting about looking at metrics for content is that a lot of time people tell you that they like to read a certain thing or whatever, and then you look at the data, they're actually reading something totally different. So that's good.
That's a very good answer. I don't really look at the data that much. I only just check the little chart to see that it's going up and to the right. And if that's happening, then I'm cool.
Okay.
Polina is much smarter than me about that stuff. And so she's always like looking at how many people are on the site, where they come from, what device, are they men, are they women, all stuff. It's like,
Okay. Brooks asks, hey y'all. Hey Brooks. Okay. Pomp.
What?
I'm
Are you
in a
on
good mood
drugs?
today. No. I have only recently started tuning into your podcast. For a new listener, what episodes of your podcast do you absolutely recommend everyone should watch?
I did one with my wife, Polina.
That's what I was going to say. Oh,
It's
good.
amazing. It's so awesome.
We talk about how we met and how I knocked down a chair.
Yeah. I think that what I would do is I would watch the most popular ones. If you just go to the homepage or like to the channel page on YouTube, I think that there's one of the kind of sections shows you. So it's like Chamath, Rao Pal, a couple of others are all just look at it by views, and obviously they're popular because they're good.
Jack asks, could you take one question for your next episode and give us a rundown of your day, hour by hour, the moment you wake up? So it's never really the same, but he wakes up like 2 hours earlier than me at 7, and I sometimes wake up at 9. Although today I couldn't sleep, so like, anyway. So he gets up, he goes to Starbucks, gets coffee and a croissant, which is really nice. And then
I don't get a croissant.
I wake up and I eat the coffee and
I
the croissant.
basically work for Seamless, like without getting paid from Seamless. I walk my ass downstairs and I go and I get Starbucks for Polina, the guys downstairs who work in our building, and then myself, and I bring it back and I'm like handing it out like I'm the Kool-Aid man to everybody.
Yeah. And then what do we do? And then we record Lunch Money around 10.
No, we write.
Oh, you write.
Yes, I do email, I write, I do calls. I get a lot done in the 2 hours that Polina is sleeping.
So then I wake up, then we do Lunch Money, then what do we do?
What do you do?
Well, I work on the profile pretty much all day.
True.
And what do you
We have very different schedules, actually.
Yeah,
Polina is very introverted in her work, meaning that it's like her and her computer, and she just sits
talking to people.
and she just writes and reads and does all that kind of stuff. Me, I'm the exact opposite. I basically, from the second I start doing calls and meetings, I do them back to back pretty much all day for like hours and hours. And then I block out 2 or 3 days a week in the afternoons and I record podcasts. So right now I'm in the process, I'm recording 30 podcasts in about 2 weeks so that I don't have to do them over the holidays and we still have content.
And somewhere in between of all that, we try to go work out. Well, I do, I don't know. And then 2 habits that are really good that we've started during the pandemic is we take a walk pretty much every day outside, and then we also eat dinner at the dinner table together, which is a great thing to do.
Yeah, but we always did that.
I know, but I just think it's good.
I mean, I got to eat my Domino's somewhere. All right, guys, that's it.
Wait.
Oh, there's another one? All
Final one. Okay, so there's this, I don't know who you are, but you always ask great questions, and you're really nice. ABCDEFGHIJ is the username. Seriously, the nicest human.
Come on.
What is a really good question you guys wish somebody would ask you? Mine would be, how is your tomato plant doing? Because nobody asked me, and it's literally thriving. There's one little tomato that's almost red.
I wish somebody would ask me, can you guys shut up already?
These are not good answers to this.
Then I could be quiet.
All right.
All right, guys, that's it. We'll see you on Monday.
Bang, bang. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Lunch Money as much as we did.
And don't forget, Lunch Money is now sponsored by BlockFi, so go check them out. There's a link in the description that you can click on. I'm an investor, a user, and a huge fan. What?
You're a bigger fan of BlockFi than you are of me?
BlockFi is my second favorite thing in the world behind Polina. They've got 3 products. They can give you a US dollar loan. You can earn up to 8.6% interest on an interest-bearing account, or you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies on their crypto exchange. I personally use the interest-bearing account. There's not very many places where you'll find up to 8.6% interest on a deposit in an interest-bearing account. Go do your own research. There's risk associated, but 8.6% is pretty compelling. So click on the link in the description. Say thanks to the folks at BlockFi. Subscribe to our channel. Like the video. Annoy Polina in the comments. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
And be kind to your friends.